Here with Josh McManus, who has just won his fight against Jason James at Battle Arena in Leicester. Yeah, it's been one of those days. Josh, you know, this was a really composed performance, and I'm guessing that you took a lot from your sort of the last fight you had. What was the different mentality coming into this one?
Just not to underestimate anyone. In my last fight, for Kieran Leicester up on Made for the Cage in Newcastle, and I went in there. I had a fight a couple of weeks before, and I thought my fitness was all there, and like I went in fight camp, I weren't in the right mentality for the fight. I went in and I just didn't have that buzz to myself, but for this I made sure I had a good training camp. I weren't messing about. I did my training properly.
You know, you showed a lot of patience. You landed almost the same kind of shot in that Kieran Leicester fight, and then rushed in and got caught. This time, you picked your shots a little bit more carefully. You got in a great position. Is this the kind of fight you expected now?
To be fair, yeah. I didn't really know much about the guy, but from seeing him from the start and from the first punch that he caught me with, he was a tough kid, and he weren't no sort of mug that I was fighting. He was. He trained hard for it. He was fit, and yeah, I caught him with some good shots, and to be able to stand from it like Kieran Leicester, he got back and got his mentality back quite quick, so it was good.
You know, it seemed that, without taking anything away, because as you say, he's a tough kid, but his striking didn't seem as crisp as yours. He was throwing loop and wide power shots. You just brought up the guard, and how hard was it to stay patient there as opposed to getting into a brawl?
It was quite hard. Normally I do like getting myself into a brawl. I like to stand there and have a bit of trade with a guy, and at one point I can remember I dropped my hands and I thought he's not got much to him, and he caught me and it shook me a bit. That's where I stood back and thought, this guy ain't no sort of piss take. I'm not going to walk through him, and I've got to work and pick my shots out here. I'm not going to be able to just stand there and sort of trade with him. From that point I just sort of stood back, started working my leg kicks, looking for the openings and seeing where he was going wrong, and that's...
Well, the opening came through because then you landed a really nice head kick that I think most of the audience thought was going to finish it. He staggered and wobbled. How were you a bit gutted that he managed to sort of shake that off?
Yes and no. It was one of them things where I've never been flexible. I've never sort of caught anyone with a head kick. It was just one of those things in the moment where you thought, you know what, fuck it, let's try it. And it's pulled off and it has stumbled him, but I'm glad because it made me do more instead of just going in, and that had been the fight over very quick, and I wouldn't have learned as much from it.
Your corner was screaming advice throughout the fight. You know, after you landed the head kick, were you aware of what they were telling you to do?
Couldn't hear nothing. Couldn't hear nothing. As soon as I sort of step in the cage, I can't really hear anything. It's all a blur to me. It's a good thing and a bad thing. It's one of those where I need to learn to listen, to be able to listen to one voice. It's good because I'm not letting all the crowd and the ego sort of build me up and get to me. So,
well, this was a strong, convincing performance. This is the kind of performance that I think you wanted from the Leicester fight. You've got it now. How often can we expect to see you in a cage this year?
Quite often. This year I want to get my name out there. I want to go out there. I want to fight as much as I can, constantly stay fit, and get tough fights this year.
Do you have anything? I think you have a Fight UK lined up.
Fight UK 9. That is against Ahmed Aswad, I believe. Don't really know much about the guy. I think he's 1-0. Looks a fit guy, very big built, good wrestler, good grappling game. Not too sure about his stand-up, but train the same as I would for every other fight.
I noticed there's a couple of shots in here, so I know that you're anxious for a quick drink. Before we let you go, is there anybody you want to thank, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Just everyone that's helped me out coming up to this fight. I've got a new strength and conditioning coach, Chris. He's helped me out stupid amounts, my fitness, my diet, just everything. My team at First Legion, Paul Daly, I've been going over his gym, doing a lot of sparring with him. He's helped me out loads. Andre Winner, my dad, Jamie, Lee Conroy, just everyone from the First Legion team and everyone that's helped me out coming up to the
And
fight.
any sponsors you want to give a special thanks to?
Sponsors, I can't really remember any of my sponsors on the spot. I can never do it.
That we can cut off. Yeah, hang on. Before we go, I'm gonna get in the show. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Wicked performance. Sweet. Thank you very much, Josh.
you.
Well done.